What is up, everybody? How's it going? Austin Prechtelevate Performance, coming at you live. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you are having a damn good day so far. Hope your week's off on the right foot. As you are all tuning in, let me know how your day is going. Today, we're going to be talking about something that had to happen, or that was very topical for today, and that's why I chose this. Is being adaptive in your fitness journey, being adaptive with your fitness journey, and how to do it, and how I go about it with my own, how I suggest kind of like how my clients should go about handling theirs, because at the end of the day, right, life is not perfect, and things will get hectic and crazy sometimes. What's up, Brianna? How's it going? How's it going? And so, yeah, as you guys are tuning in, say hi. Let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're watching, because today that's what we're going to be talking about. And I want to make sure that you guys are tuning in. And so feel free to give this video a like as you're tuning in. Helps other people see it. Helps other people, with the algorithm and everything. But let's jump into this. So picture this. Maybe it happened to you today. It happened to us today. We woke up this morning. Our kid was a little bit sick last night and woke up this morning, pretty bad fever and pretty sickly. And we were like, oh shit, who was going to stay home with him? What are we going to do? Ended up getting lucky and ended up having a family member who was able to be kind of babysitter today, which was great. Super grateful for that. Super thankful for that. But in doing so, right, between what's up, Jessica, and between that and driving, I ended up having to drive Jessica to work, so we'd have a car handy. I had to drive back, take him to the family member's house, and then drive back. Set me back, about hour and a half, 2 hours today. And so I was like, shit, I'm gonna have to do it again this evening. And so it's like, shit, less time in the day to do what I would, normally do with my routine for my workouts, for my fitness, for my nutrition and things like that. And this is super common for all of us, right? This is super common for a lot of us. We have something happen in our day to day that throws off our routine or starts our day late, or, something kind of unpredictable happens. Like maybe you get a flat tire, or, maybe there was a huge traffic jam, and because of that you had to leave work early, or you were late to getting home, or whatever it may have been, and ate away at some of the hours of your day that you were expecting to have, which we're all fucking busy, right? Let's be honest, we're all busy people. We're all adults. Everybody's spread pretty thin on a regular basis, and so I want to talk about how to be adaptive in your fitness journey today, and how I suggest you should probably do the same if you want to see long-term success when it comes to your journey. And for those of you that are watching on other social media platforms, and you don't know who I am an online fitness and nutrition coach for sustainable weight loss, and I primarily work with parents, and so I am a parent myself. It's one of those things that it definitely makes things tougher. And if you have a kid, right, it almost adds another dimension to everything, because not only do you have to worry about your own kind of things going on in your day to day and getting sick, or being late to work or something like that, but also you now have a little tiny human, or maybe a big human, who knows how old your kid is, that throws another like a whole slew of potential things that could throw off your day or throw off your routine. And so I want to start off by saying, guys, it is okay. I'm not. I want to say that it is okay to know that you can't do it all. Right? Let's just take a step back, because a lot of us are like either people pleasers, or we have a hard time saying no, or we sign ourselves up for more shit than maybe we should sometimes, because yeah, in that moment when everything's perfect and everything's going great, and you're high energy, you're feeling excited and things like that, like you're having a normal day, right, where you feel good. Yeah, hell yeah, I can do all these things. But then something happens and it's like, oh shit. Now, because I don't have that extra 5 minutes, or even 10, 15 minutes, half hour, oh shit, now I'm running behind, or I feel like I'm constantly running behind, in my entire day. And then you're constantly feeling like you're playing catch up. And so, no, right, that it is okay that you can't do it all, right? We want to do it all. I know we do. I want to be able to do it all. I'm constantly like, trying to like optimize my time and figure out like how can I get to, like, even when I'm driving, I'm like, okay, I can cut off some minutes here and like be able to, like, I'm always trying to save time, right? Because in my mind and in my opinion, for all of us, time is our most precious resource. We've only got so much of that shit, for each of us to enjoy, right? And so I want to try to make the most out of mine. And so know that you can't do it all, right? And that is okay. It is okay to not be able to do it all, especially whenever life throws some chaos at you. Your fitness journey is not going to be perfect. It's not. Yeah, everybody has intentions of being like, oh, once I start this, it's going to be great. I'm going to crush it every single day. I'm going to go to the gym every day. I'm going to, eat right every day. I'm going to do all this stuff perfectly. But life is not perfect. You are not perfect, and you will never be perfect. And that is okay. But it's about progress, not perfection. It's about consistency over time and moving that needle forward in the day to day than it is being perfect every freaking day, right? If you look at if you want to imagine like if you had like a score on your day or your success in your journey, like as a report card, right? If you're getting like and it's almost like that perfection mentality. It's like A plus, A plus, A plus, then life throws a curveball at you, and then you start getting Fs because you like can't fucking handle it because you shut down because you're not perfect, right? And you're in that perfectionist mentality, that all in all out mentality, and then on average you're getting like a D minus because you're like A plus for like two or 3 days in a row. Then life throws a curveball and you get Fs for like 4 days in a row, and then you look at like your net grade and you got like you're failing, right? Whereas if you would have been like, nah, I can still do something. Something is better than nothing. I can handle. I can do these 3 or 4 things that I know are going to move the needle forward, and I'm going to be okay with not being perfect, right? In the other part of the day, like you're moving that needle forward, and yeah, you might be getting, some A minuses here and there, and then like a couple of Bs, and then yeah, you might have like one D, and then and then some Cs, right? And then some Cs. But at the net average for that time, you ended up getting a B or a B plus, and it's like sweet. Like B plus is good compared to that fucking that D those Fs or those Ds, right? That you're getting because you're in this perfectionist mentality, because you're in this I'm all or nothing. Slightest thing throws my day off, and I couldn't do this thing. I'm a failure, right? So getting out of that mentality and being okay with not being perfect and being okay with not like and accepting the reality that life is like chaotic sometimes, and it's not and it's normal to have shit thrown at you on a day to day, especially if you're a grown ass adult with a job and if you have a family too, it adds a lot of shit, right? I see some comments here. I want to read real quick. It's crazy as a parent just how being off 5 to 10 minutes can really spin you out. It really can, right? It really can. I'm very, my life is very built on routines because I succeed and excel with routine. And when a wrench gets thrown in that. What's up, Kristen? And a wrench gets thrown in that. It throws my shit off, man. It throws my shit off hard, and you got to reel yourself back in and be like, yo, this isn't gonna be a normal day. I'm gonna do what I can fucking do and get what I can get done. And I'm not gonna beat myself up about it later on. But yeah, like especially routine and schedule is huge for me. But if I've got if it gets thrown off by like my routine, it literally is getting thrown off by anywhere from 2 to 3.5 hours today, right? I physically cannot fit all the things in that I need to get done in a day to day. So I pick the things that are the most priority and what's going to move my own goals, my fitness goals, my health goals forward, and what is going to move the needle forward in my business, right? So like, answering my clients' messages. Hello, my clients. I see you guys. How's it going? And so, it's one of those things like those are the most important things right now. It's not going out and trying to hit like a new personal record on I don't know some movement, or it's not about trying to like make all these new recipes and things like that I have never tried before. It's like today's going to be like a trying to keep my head above water kind of day, or it's not about trying to go and go out of my way to reach out and touch base or generate like new ideas and clients and things like that, or try to bring more people in, right? Like that's not my priority right now that I need to take care of. My priority is my clients, right? Making sure that they are taken care of, making sure that the people that have already invested in me are in themselves are fucking taken care of, right? Like if you've probably sent me a message the last couple days, I've been like you probably haven't heard from me. You might have heard from me last night. I answered a couple messages, but other than that, like this weekend was just spent on trying to well, especially yesterday, like take care of my freaking kid, right? And so in these moments, we got to recognize like we're not going to be able to get it all done, and that is okay, right? Let's see. I saw another comment here. I completely freak out if something in the schedule is off by 10 minutes. It's something I need to work on for sure. But with 2 kids, the schedule it is, yeah, and that's what's hard, right? But just knowing and saying, hey, like these are like the big rocks that I need to move today, and if I move these big rocks, something is better than nothing. We have to be okay with not being 100%, right? Like, is at the end of the day, if things are gonna get thrown all out of whack and we're gonna like be at 0%, right? That's terrible, right? 0% is horrible, compared to 100%. But even 10% is better than, like, 10% more than zero, right? So showing up and being okay with, like, progress, not perfection, being okay with, like, something is better than nothing. Because it is, right? If you think about it, day to day, that shit adds up over time, and it gets you further and closer to your goals. I see another comment. I want to be feeling great this weekend, and I had some comfort foods, but I'm back at the gym today. It didn't hit as hard as if I liked, but I still went, and now I'm back to tracking my food back on the horse. I was running about 20 minutes behind schedule today, and man, I'm still trying to get caught up. Exactly. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm 3 fucking hours behind. Like, there's some shit earlier in my day that I wanted to get done today that I'm just not going to get done, and I just have to be okay with being like, okay, like, I'm not intentionally, like, trying to avoid that work, but I have my things that I need to move the needle forward in my life, my business, my fitness goals, like doing these lives. This is a non-negotiable for me, and so that's what we're doing. Messaging you guys this morning, non-negotiable. So that's what I have to make a priority in my day to day to move that needle forward. I got my workout in this morning. First thing, I knew that Finn was not going to be probably going to school today, so I was like, well, fuck, I need to get my workout in first thing in the morning, get it done. I typically do that anyways, but I was making it a priority. I even got in there like 15, 20 minutes earlier because I knew I'd have to get home, and I had to get gas too and things like that. And so just like day to day shit, like just if if the next day is going to be extra chaotic, like, plan for it to be extra chaotic. Go to bed a little bit earlier. Get a little extra sleep. Get up a little bit earlier. Try to get as much shit done as you can earlier in the day, because we didn't. I wasn't sure if we were gonna have a sitter this morning, right? I wasn't sure if I was gonna have that. So I was like, fuck, like I need to make sure and prepare that I'm gonna be stay at home dad in it today. Thankfully, it didn't we I didn't we had family that could take him today, so that way I could do this and I could get something done today. But I was well prepared to just not have to not have hardly any time today other than my non-negotiables. And so keeping that in mind, right? Having this list of non-negotiables is so freaking important for your goals, so freaking important. Like, honestly, like if you like after this live, like, take some fucking action. Take some fucking action and create a list of non-negotiables for yourself if you don't have one. And I want to make sure that you have and build it on this concept of, like, health, wealth, and relationship, right? But what can I do today that's going to move the needle forward? It's a fitness journey stuff. If it's fitness for your fitness journey, your weight loss journey, you're probably going to want it to be, track my food today, or get X amount of protein in today, or stay under my calorie goal today, or at my calorie goal today, or get my workout in, or steps. Like, some of those things that are the major priority and major movers that you can do to move the needle forward in your journey, right? You need to make sure that you have a list of that shit. And maybe another one, like based on health, wealth, relationship, like I just talked about, spend at least, depending on your family life and things like that, 30, 60 hour, hour and a half of time with my kid in the evening, right? Like, that is on my non-negotiable list, right? Or like I said, getting a certain step goal in, or for me, respond to all client messages, right, from the weekend. Make sure that I do my live today, get one piece of content out today. Things like that are like the needle movers. I'm not going to go out of my way and probably respond to, like, every single DM that I have in my social media account right now today, because I just don't have fucking time for that shit right now. I just don't. I have to have these other things that are more important that are, I'm not at 100% today, right? But I'm still, 50, 60, 70% here today to get what I need to get done in the time frame that I have. So, we do this. We have this list of non-negotiables for ourselves, though, because we want to keep that integrity to ourselves. We want to keep some semblance of our routine to ourselves, right? We need to have that, because if we lose that momentum, it is so hard. This is why people, like, fail a lot of times. This is why people have such a hard time with their journeys, is like you get that momentum, you're like killing it, you're crushing it. Weekend rolls around, or family member gets sick, or you get sick, and you crash your momentum because you're like, fuck it, and you don't have this list of non-negotiables. Like, even when I'm sick, like, I have this list of non-negotiables that I do no matter what. You guys know, like, the last, like, couple of months, I've been sick a lot, and I think there's only been a couple of days that I didn't go live because I just, like, physically, like, could not do it. And so, like, having these non-negotiables is super important, and it keeps that integrity to yourself, because it's way easier to keep momentum going, even if it's like 50% of your momentum, because you have this non-negotiable list or this routine that you're following, right? And then pick it back up, then constantly having momentum, crashing your momentum, trying to build that momentum back up, crashing your momentum again. Like it's stopping and starting, stopping and starting. But if you can keep some semblance of that momentum going, it's gonna be way easier to stay integral to your shit and to your goals. So I've been working on making lists of top priorities and goals for my day. If I don't get to all the goals, it is okay. But making sure my priorities in order is very helpful. Yeah, absolutely. And hey, there you go. You got your food track today. Let's go. Yeah, and so keep that integrity to yourself, right? Create, but you guys have to also like don't be so like, and this is something that we're all guilty of in our day to day, right? Don't be a fucking statue, right? Like, don't be inflexible, right? Don't be impossible to like adapt, because a lot of times this shit does take creative problem solving, right? Creatively, like problem solving with what's going on here today. If I can't do everything, right? At least I can do something, right? Identify what those somethings are, right? Maybe you couldn't get your workout in this morning because you were like our kid. He woke us up probably at least 6 to 10 times probably in the middle of the night. Like it was awful. But like how like maybe you had to sleep in because you got your sleep all fucked up because your kid was sleep was all fucked up, right? Maybe that's what happened. But you weren't able to get your workout in first thing in the morning like you normally can. Do you have a lunch break today, right? When your kid goes down for their nap, you can get a little bit of a workout in at home, right? Or after they go to bed this evening, or and if you have a spouse, like when they get home from work, or if once you get home from work, like identifying what like when you could get that workout in later in the day, right? Or maybe you're somebody who likes to track their food and put it in earlier in the day, right? Maybe that's what you. What's up, Brandy? Maybe that's what you do, right? Maybe you put your food in first thing in the morning, so that way you know what you're going to be eating that day, and you got kind of an outline, right? I like to do that sometimes. But because you're taking care of your kid, or they're sick, or whatever may have happened, you ended up not being able to do that. So identify it. Be like, make a fucking alarm later in the day, and just be like, this is what I like. Don't forget to track your food. Like set some reminders for today because you weren't able to do that, right? Like be adaptive. Don't be a statue. Don't be like, oh, one little thing got thrown off with my day today, or maybe it was a big thing that got thrown off with my day today, and now it's all out the fucking window, right? Like actively try to problem solve and be adaptive with your shit, right? Because you're gonna have it is a skill, right? Being adaptive, it's almost like a dance, right? It's like life throws like a punch at you one direction, you're preparing for it, like be ready for it, like know that life is gonna try to like punch you in the face sometimes, like it's not gonna stop. Like when is it ever not when have you never not had things happen, right? Or get thrown curveballs? Like people think that they're going to get to this like point in their life where things are more stable, and that they're like you may be in a period of like chaos in your life right now, like more than normal, but like there's still always that like baseline possibility for life to like throw some shit at you. So be ready for it, right? Have some aces up your sleeve, like to be ready to like be like, okay, well I knew this was probably going to happen eventually, so now I'm prepared for it, and I'm mentally prepared for it, and now I can just be adaptive in that sense. And so, because we want to keep some level of integrity to ourselves and to our goals. And so, figure out how to move the needle forward. Figure out what the major needle movers are, right? Put it on your non negotiables list, whether that's your steps, your nutrition, getting a workout in, meditating, whatever that may be. Have those needle movers, pick them, pick what they are, and be like, I'm going to get this shit done today. And at the end of the day, if you don't get your shit done, right? It is okay, right? It is okay as long as you tried, right? As long as you tried, and gave it an honest try, right? Not thought about it like 80 times throughout the day, and then you get to the end of your day, and you're like fuck, like I didn't actually like give an honest effort, right? But at the end of the day, we cannot control everything that happens in our lives, right? We have to focus on what we can control and not what we can't. Focus on those non-negotiables, right? And do as much of them as you can, right? And be okay with the fact that today was not a 100% day, but that 50 or 60%, or even that 5 or 10% is better than zero, right? You kept some level of integrity to your goals, and be like feel good about that shit, right? Feel good about that shit, because at the end of the day, it will pass, right? Get out of that all in all out mentality. It will pass, right? You're not going to be sick forever. Your kid's not going to be sick forever. Your tire's not going to be flat. Or your car's not going to be busted up forever. Like you're going to get through this like period of like of annoyance or like struggle, right? You're going to get through it. You're going to get through the chaos, and you're going to get back to your routine. But if you can keep some level of that routine going during that, right, with your non-negotiables, or if you have like a routine, like like staying integral to it as best as possible, you're going to have a much easier time staying in momentum or getting back into momentum at the end of the day. So I hope that this was helpful. Hope that this was valuable. And just at the end of the day, remind yourself, right? Like be nice to yourself, right? Like that is huge. Like it's so easy to beat ourselves up at like when we didn't get everything done. I had so many things like on my list to do today that I'm not even gonna be able to do a third of them. Or I'm gonna probably only be able to do a third of them today, right? Like that's like less than half, right? Of what I had hoped to get done today. But I am okay with that because I'm gonna be fine because I'm doing the things that are gonna help me maintain with where I want to be. And then if I get anything extra needed, if I have extra and I'm really like diligent and productive with my time today, and I'm able to like get more stuff done, then that's just bonus, right? But just remember to be nice to yourself during these chaotic times here and there because like shit's gonna happen and it's not gonna stop happening, right? They're like we're not gonna get to a grass is always greener period of time, like it's that's just that's what people are always hoping for. And so like being happy and being like feeling like some level of like success or whatever like that's internal, right? You're not going to get that from outside things typically. You're going to get that from how you feel about yourself and the perspective that you're carrying like into your day to day. And so like being present in the moment is one of the best ways to do that. Be like if you're stressed the fuck out because your kid's sick or something like that's going on, take a break in the middle of the day. Take like a 5-10 minute break and just breathe. And like if you like meditating like I do, like do that. Like just something to like get out of your head because that's gonna your mindset's gonna fuck you over way quicker than any. What's up, dog? What's up, Porter? What's up? I lost my train of thought, but your mindset's gonna like mess things up way more than whatever initially was probably messing things up. Like you're your own worst enemy, and you're gonna like screw yourself over a lot more than life is sometimes because we're making maybe a bigger deal out of things than it really is. So just be nice to yourself, right? Like you're not gonna you're not gonna make things any better by beating yourself up about something that is outside of your control, right? So yeah. So what's up, Porter? That's right. Porter says that's right. Huh? That's right. Porter says that's right. Let's go. You say hi, Porter. You say hi to everybody, huh? What? Yeah. All right. Yeah, guys. So that's all I got for you today. But at the end of the day, like, shit's gonna happen. So hope this is valuable. Let me know though your number one takeaway. And actually, put in the chat if you want, or I challenge you, right? Make a list of 5 to 10 non-negotiables, right? They could be big rocks, they could be whatever it is. Just make sure it's something that like moves the needle forward, right? And have that list, right? And take that list with you. And when you have that list, right? Like as you're going through your day, like check that shit off. That shit feels good to check that shit off. And at the end of the day, be like, look at your list and be like, okay, cool. Look at all the stuff I did get done when I could have gotten nothing done, right? Look at all the stuff I got done when I could have just said fuck it and got nothing done, right? Because 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50% is way better than zero, right? At the end of the day, it's way better than zero and it adds up over time, right? If you do 10% for a week when you thought you weren't going to get shit done, that's still 70% like plus in the direction that you wanted to go in, right? So cool. Other than that, let me know your number one takeaway in the comments. Let me know, feel free to post your non-negotiable list in the chat. That way it's like done. That way you're like being proactive. Because like if you just listen to this and you don't do anything with this information, it's not going to help you, right? It's very easy to learn things, but to implement them and take action on them, that's where we actually like reap the benefits of that information. So cool. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. I'm going to do a little Q&A, a little couple-minute Q&A on TikTok, so feel free to follow me over there on prechtelevate if you aren't already. And yeah, Porter's peacing out. So, all right, guys, have a good rest of your day. I'll talk to y'all later and see y'all tomorrow. So, and if you're watching later time, #replay. Bye, guys.